So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and yesterday we got update 20.2 which added a new Siandana, a full set of armor, and 4 new augments, so let's check them out. So first up we have the Centuria Siandana and the Avia armor set. A lot of people seem to really like the Siandana and the armor set as well, including myself, because this may even be the first armor set that I saw and immediately went, oh yes, I know exactly what I want to do. Boom! Look at my frost is amazing. Give it a lick. Well, actually, don't lick Warframes. They're full of infestation. You're gonna get sick. And the 4 new augments are Negation Swarm for Inaros, Pyroclastic Flow for Neja, Piercing Navigator for Ivara, and Beguiling Lantern for Titania. Now, Negation Swarm will augment your Scarab armor to deflect status procs, though it will drain 3% of your Scarab armor every time it does so. Well, actually, not every time, because there is an internal cooldown there, so it doesn't just chomp your entire Scarab armor if you're standing in a cloud of poison. I did a bit of testing with this, and it seems to deflect absolutely everything, so it's kind of like Iron Skin. It will protect you from Corpus Laser Doors, Bursa Shockwaves, Grineer Sensor Doors, also the little electric mines that the Grineer have, the knockdown from heavy gunners and bombards, the stagger from heavy gunners and bombards, and also the knockdown from bombard rockets. And at the moment, it also seems to confuse some of the enemies. Look at the heavy gunners and the bombard. They're just walking around like, I don't know. I tried to knock it down. It didn't work. It's still standing. Just look at it. I don't know what to do. While there is this one poor little scorpion just slashing her heart out going, what are you doing, you morons? Just shoot him. Ah, bless her. The second augment, Pyroclastic Flow, is for Neja's Firewalker, and the way it works is when you activate Firewalker, it will store 150% of all damage Firewalker does, and when you deactivate the ability, it will release all of that damage in a line in front of you. Now, out of all 4 of the augments, this is probably my favorite one. It's really cool because it changes the way the ability works, and while heat damage on its own is not the best versus armor or shields, it will leave behind a heat proc that's based on how much damage you accumulated, so it can do an absolute ton of damage. Then there is Piercing Navigator for Ivara, which will give your projectile 10% crit chance every time you hit an enemy up to a maximum of 50%. Now, I'm gonna be honest here, I don't use Navigator all that often. For me, the projectiles are either too fast or too slow. But I do know that people like to use Navigator with Zenistar, so I tried it out and it works. So as I've said already, I'm not a big fan of Navigator myself, but if you like to play with it, this is an augment you might want to check out. And the final augment is Beguiling Lantern for Titania, and this one just makes enemies affected by Lantern take 100% extra melee damage. And I really don't know how I feel about this one because I don't use melee on Titania at all. I just use Dex Pixia because it's an absolute monster. When combined with this setup I have on Prisma Grakata. This setup is just disgustingly good. It melts absolutely everything. But you know, if you think something like the Atarax needs to do even more damage, go right ahead. Now, if you want to get your hands on some of these augments, you get Negation Swarm from either Arbiter of Hexes or the Parent Sequence, Pyroclastic Flow from Steel Meridian or Cephalon Suda, Piercing Navigator from Cephalon Suda or Parent Sequence, and Beguiling Lantern from Red Veil or New Loka. And of course, all 4 of them cost 25,000 standing. And that's pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching as always, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.